We are ready to go. In just a moment, he will be called to the dispatch box. Let's have a listen.
In accordance with Section 56 of the Constitution, an appropriation for the purposes of the Appropriation Bill No. 1, 2022-2023. I call the Treasurer.
I present the Appropriation Bill No. 1, 2022-23 and the explanatory memorandum.
I call the Clerk.
First reading, a bill for an Act to appropriate money out of the Consolidated Revenue Fund for the ordinary annual services of the government and for related purposes.
I give the call to the Treasurer.
Thank you, Speaker. I move that the bill be now read a second time. Speaker, from the Ngunnawal and Ngambri lands of Canberra to the Yuggera and Yugambeh lands of Logan and right around Australia, we acknowledge country and we commit to a voice for First Nations people. Yeah. Speaker, this is a responsible budget that is right for the times and readies us for the future. It delivers on the priorities of the Australian people and it repays their faith in a new government. Through a devastating pandemic, through a succession of dangerous and damaging natural disasters, through global uncertainty and painful price rises, Australians have demonstrated the best of our national character. Resolute and resilient in hard times, practical and pragmatic about the challenges we confront, optimistic and confident in a better future, and ready to work together to build it. In this same spirit, our Labor government's first budget does three things. It provides cost of living relief, which is responsible, not reckless, to make life easier for Australians without adding to inflation. It targets investments in a stronger, more resilient, more modern economy, and it begins the hard yards of budget repair. It recognises that our best defence against uncertainty around the world is responsible economic management here at home. Speaker, we now confront the prospect of a third global downturn in a decade and a half. This time not a financial crisis or a pandemic, but a war driving high prices and higher interest rates here and around the world, and the risk of another global recession. And this time demands a different response, one that puts a premium on what's responsible, affordable and sustainable. That's why this budget pays for what's important, strengthens our buffers against adversity and begins to build a better future. It delivers on our commitments: cheaper childcare and more paid parental leave, better access to health care, cheaper medicines and a better standard of aged care, fee-free TAFE and more university places, cheaper and cleaner energy, more affordable housing and a future made in Australia. Speaker, this is a solid and sensible budget suited to the conditions. Australians know that this is a time of great challenge and change. The global economy teeters again on the edge, with a war that isn't ending, a global energy crisis that is escalating, inflationary pressures persisting, and economies slowing, some of them already in reverse. All of this is now reflected in the updated forecast for global growth, downgraded since the March budget for this year, next year and the following year. Now, in this uncertain environment, we are pleased and proud that Australia has plenty going for us, including low unemployment and good prices for our exports.